Yo, what is up guys? Brian here with Clips or Die, and the Los Angeles Clippers and Ivica Zubac have agreed to a 3-year, $58.6 million contract extension, and I am so excited for this. I've been waiting to see and hear if any contract extension news came up during this offseason, and I am so happy because Zoo was one of the people that I wanted to get extended with the LA Clippers. So as you may or may not know, Ivica Zubac was on the final year of his current deal with the LA Clippers and was set to become a free agent at the end of this 24-25 season. This year, he's making about $11.7 million on the final year of his current deal, and with the current extension that he just signed, he's actually going to be guaranteed $70 million over the next 4 years. If you go ahead and you average that out, it's about $17.5 million per year, which I think is great value for Zubac and I think is well deserved. I've been seeing on X a lot of people talking about how this is a terrible contract, but I don't really see how that's the case. Last season, he averaged 11.7 points per game and 9.2 rebounds per game, and during the playoff seasons, he was the Clippers' second best player. Yes, he was better than Paul George, where he averaged 16.2 points per game and 9.3 rebounds per game. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that those regular season stats is the reason why it's an overpay, but I think that Zoo has the opportunity to take a really big jump this upcoming season. If you've watched Clipper games the last few seasons, then you'll know that even though Zoo always shows up defensively, a lot of times he's forgotten about on the offensive end. I do think that this got better last season with the addition of James Harden to the team and that Zubac really flourished around him. I was at game 1 of the playoffs last year against the Mavericks, and Zubac really stood out to me as the most impactful player of the game, or at least on the Clippers side. A lot of the times throughout the games, you'll see that Zubac will be having a great game and that he's scoring easy buckets, but most of the times it's just in flashes and they stop going to him for those easy buckets, which is a huge problem. So now that the Clippers have agreed to increase Zoo's pay, they also have to make sure that they're including him more on their offense. And if they do, I think that you'll see that Zubac's play will exceed the value of his contract. I really do think so. Not only that, but you have to keep in mind that Zubac is only 27. He's going into his prime, so it's not crazy to think that he could take a giant leap forward. For a team that has been consistently inconsistent, it feels that Zubac has remained the anchor and has been very consistent throughout his tenure with the Clippers. Not only that, but for a team that has dealt with plenty of injuries like the Clippers have, Zubac has remained available for most of his tenure with the team. So with that being said, I think that the longest tenured Clippers, Ivica Zubac, deserves this contract extension, and I'm so hyped for this extension that I might have to pick up a red Zubac jersey once those are available. Some of you might think that I'm crazy or delusional, but if that's the case, then inject that delusion straight into my veins. So will Terrence Mann follow with an extension next? Well, we know that Lawrence Frank has mentioned that they would like to have Terrence Mann back and that they've been in talks with him, so it's pretty obvious that the Clippers would love to extend Terrence and have him with the team for a longer term. With that being said, I have seen clips where Terrence Mann has been asked about, extension talks, and he kind of shut down that question, or it didn't really seem like he really wanted to talk about that.
Extension, since you're extension eligible, it got brought up. I'm just wondering, Monday's the deadline. Has there been any extension talks with the front office at all?
Not happening.
Which it kind of seems like maybe foreshadowing. It seems very similar to a player that just left the Clippers not too long ago, but maybe I could be reading too much into that. With that being said, Terrence Mann is only 27, so he very well could want to test out the market at the end of this upcoming season and see what his value is. Whatever he decides, I really do hope that the Clippers can come to an agreement with him. He's currently making about $11.4 million, so let me know what you guys think would be a good value contract for Terrence Mann if he were to sign an extension. With that being said, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for future LA Clippers content. If you haven't checked out my video on the Intuit Dome, go ahead and check it out here. And I'll go ahead and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.